everyone, and welcome back to Space and Self Live. I'm Yvonne Bignall, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co host, architect and wellness designer, Surabhi Kumari.
Hi everyone, it's so lovely to be here again. Thank you, Yvonne. In our last episode, we explored the energy of clutter, how letting go isn't just about tidying up, but about emotional release. And today, we move to something that feels both visual and visceral light and color, how they quietly shape our emotions every single day.
Yes, because light and colour aren't just design choices, they're emotional cues. They can boost your energy, restore calm, or, if out of sync, quietly drain your focus and joy.
Exactly. Every space has a mood, and that mood begins with what your eyes perceive first. Think about it. The morning light in your kitchen, the tone of your workspace, or the softness of your bedroom walls. They all send messages to your nervous system.
And yet, most of us don't consciously design this communication. We buy lights for function or pick colours for style, not realizing how profoundly they influence our energy patterns.
Yes, and that's what we'll explore today. How to use light and color intentionally to create spaces that support emotional regulation, not through trends, but through awareness. Tuning your surroundings to support your body's natural rhythm of focus, rest, and renewal.
I'll start with something simple. A few years ago, I worked from home under really bright white overhead lighting. Now, it looked efficient, but by late afternoon, I always felt on edge. My eyes were strained, my shoulders tense, but I didn't connect it to the lighting. One evening, I swapped that ceiling light for a warm amber lamp beside my desk. The difference was instant. Literally, my mind softened, my breathing slowed, my thoughts became gentler. That's when I realized light isn't just functional, it's emotional.
I love that. It's such a simple yet profound shift. I had a client who described feeling anxious in her living room, but couldn't pin out why. When I visited, everything was pure white floors, walls, ceiling, even the curtains. It looked elegant but felt sterile. We added warmth, muted terracotta cushions, lime curtains that softened the sunlight, and soft gold lighting in corners. When she walked in, she said, I feel safe here now. And that line always stayed with me. Because a safe space is not one that's perfect, it's one that supports your nervous system.
Yeah, beautifully said. And it shows how our bodies read our environments long before our minds do. Sometimes the stress we feel isn't mental, it's sensory.
Yes, now let's pause and take a break together. Just look around wherever you are right now. Ask yourself, what kind of light surrounds me right now? Is it harsh, soft, natural, or artificial? How do I feel under this light? And what colors fill this space? Do they calm or overstimulate me?
Our bodies always know the answer, right? If you feel restless in a space, it's often because your nervous system is overstimulated by glare, contrast, or excessive brightness. If you feel heavy or uninspired, the lighting may be too dim or colors too dull.
Yes, the body is incredibly intuitive. Notice where you instinctively gravitate during the day. That spot near the window, that nook where the evening light feels just right. Those spaces align with your energetic comfort zone.
Exactly. And this awareness is the first step in emotional design, noticing how your environment influences your inner state.
Let's talk about the science behind this connection. Light is our most powerful regulator of circadian rhythm, the internal clock that governs our sleep, energy, and mood cycles. Morning light tells your brain to release cortisol and wake up. Evening dimness signals melatonin to prepare you for the rest.
In modern life, we live under constant, unchanging light. Screens, LEDs, ceiling lamps. So our bodies get confused. That's why we often feel alert late at night and sluggish in the morning. Our rhythm is disrupted.
Exactly. Then comes color, which affects mood through the limbic system, the brain's emotional brain. Warm hues like terracotta, ochre, and rose evoke comfort and connection. Cool tones like sage, mist, or soft blue calm the mind and help focus. And strong saturated colors like red, orange, electric blue activate energy, but if overused, can trigger restlessness.
Oh, absolutely. So balance is key. You might want a little stimulation in your workspace, but more softness in your bedroom. And it's less about choosing right colors and more about designing harmony between your internal state and your external cues.
Yes, as an architect, I always say light and color are the emotional architecture of a space. Light shapes how you see, color shapes how you feel about what you see. So when we consciously choose them, we are designing for emotional health, not just beauty.
And that's so powerful because it reminds us that design isn't superficial, it's somatic. It's the interface between your nervous system and your surroundings. So let's share some micro shifts, small practical steps that can immediately change how your home feels. The first one is the light walk. Spend one day noticing how light changes across your home, morning, afternoon, and evening. And then ask, where does natural light feel nourishing? Where does it feel harsh or absent? You'll discover your home's natural rhythm, and that's where your adjustments begin.
Wonderful. The second one is the color journal. For the next week, pay attention to how color makes you feel. Notice your reaction to the clothes you wear, the walls around you, even the color of your food. Which colors make you exhale and which makes you tense? That awareness will guide you for your future design choices more than any Pinterest board.
Absolutely. And then there is the evening glow ritual. So, an hour before bedtime, just dim your lights. Switch to warm lamps, candles, or even fairy lights. Let the lighting signal to your body the day is done. It's a gentle way to restore your natural rhythm.
And the fourth one, the contrast balance. Our spaces need both brightness and depth, both light and shadow. Too much brightness can cause anxiety, too much darkness can suppress motivation. Try layering overhead light for clarity, table light for warmth, and a touch of shadow to soften edges.
Mm. Yeah, and if you can, add a natural element, sunlight filtered through plants or candles flicker at night. Those small touches return your body to nature's rhythm.
Exactly, light and color are like breathing. They need variation. Just as your breath expands and contracts, your environment should do.
Yeah. And as always, we'd love to hear from you. What's one light or colour shift you could make this week? Maybe swapping a bulb, opening a window, or changing a wall tone?
Yes, and you have noticed a space in your home that feels off? Take a moment to explore why. Is it too bright, too white, or too cold? Your awareness is your design compass. Share your reflections in the comments and message us directly. We love hearing your experiences. In our last space and self sprint, one participant shared, I changed my bedroom bulb and my sleep changed. Such a small act, such a profound result.
Yes, indeed. And another said, I painted my workspace a muted sage, and suddenly I stopped feeling rushed. These stories show that environment design isn't cosmetic, it's energetic. And remember, light and color are not decoration, they're communication. They're the language your home speaks to your nervous system every day.
Yes, and tell your body when to awaken and when to rest, when to expand and when to exhale. When you align that language with intention, your home stops overstimulating you and starts holding you.
Absolutely. As always, thank you for spending this time with us. We'll see you next Thursday. Until then,
Soften your light
choose your colors with love.
and let your space become your calm. Thank you.
Thank you.